Kanban, visual signals. In this video, we will talk about what is Kanban. We will start with a small case study to understand the origin of Kanban concept. During late 1940s, Toyota Japan began optimizing its engineering processes based on a model that supermarket used to stock their shelves. Supermarkets stock just enough product to meet consumer demand. This is a practice that optimizes the flow between the supermarket and the consumer. This way, the inventory levels match consumption patterns, and hence the supermarket gains significant efficiency in inventory management by decreasing the amount of excess stock it must hold at any given time. Meanwhile, the supermarket can still ensure that the stock is always holding the product a consumer will need. Now, Toyota applied this model to its factory floors to align its massive inventory levels with the actual consumption of materials. They used multiple bins for the respected materials. The concept of just in time evolved here. Whenever the bin of the material used to get emptied, the staff used to show a card as Kanban to get that bin fulfilled. At warehouse end, this new bin would be waiting with the material. They would send it to the factory floor and at the same time they would signal to the supplier for the replenishment. This concept is known as just in time. So in software development, we picked up this best practice from Toyota. Here, JIT, that is just in time principle, is matched with the amount of work in progress, WIP, to the team's capacity. The idea is to have a flow of teams' output and avoiding any kind of limitations, including bottlenecks. This practice gives teams more flexible planning options, faster output, and transparency throughout the development cycle. Of course, when we have transparency, we have better control. Both Agile and DevOps have adopted this concept of limiting WIP and it has resulted into projects success. This is called as Kanban. The idea is to focus on demand-based supply and minimize the waste, and this delivers maximum value to the client. This can be achieved only with a more mature team. The Kanban team has an agile coach who assists the team as and when required. The flow is managed on Kanban board, which gives the clear picture of the work items. Kanban board shows the work management system. The focus is on to maximize the efficiency. Let us understand this with a simple Kanban board of four set of items. To do, in progress development, in progress testing, and done. Kanban board is not fixed and every project can create their own Kanban board. It can be either as a physical board or whiteboard using sticky notes or digital board provided by tools like Jira. Every work item can be considered as a user story and can be represented as a Kanban card. A card can move from to-do to development to testing and finally to done state. How do you know the item is done? Because it fulfills certain criteria and the team and product owner knows this. This moving of cards through different lanes is called workflow. So a Kanban card moves through the workflow from one swim lane to the next swim lane, and this shift is dependent upon the bandwidth of the next lane. Each swim lane is set with the WIP limit. If we don't set the limit, one swim lane can get clogged with multiple work items and this will result into swim lanes on the right side to be empty and team will be underutilized. So it is required to set a limit for the lanes. The efficiency of the workflow is calculated as lead time. It is defined as the time when the actual work for the item is started till the item is complete. Though Kanban is an agile model, the development is not bound by the iterations. Team picks up the work item from the backlog and works on it following the flow. The Kanban practice gives a good visual to see the status of your items. The best part is it can be applied to all the levels, be it at delivery level or at strategy level or any kind management level. Let us see some of the favorite practices of Kanban. First, the shortened time cycle. Since the delivery is continuous, it shortens the cycle time. Better planning. Better flexibility in terms of planning the user stories, team structure, meetings. Kanban doesn't force any regular meeting on the team, but encourages to have meeting only when it is required. Efficient team. Kanban lets the team limit the WIP capacity so that if at any point of time a team member faces challenge, the other team member can jump into to help clear the bottleneck. Continuous delivery. There is no time boxed delivery like a sprint of a scrum. The team picks up items from the backlog one by one. But to use Kanban, check your team's maturity level. Is the team ready to own the responsibility? Hope you enjoy the video. For any queries, please send mail to info@techcanvass.com or you can also contact us at the mentioned number. Thank you.